God says, my child, just a few minutes ago, the earth shifted in silence. Something divine moved behind the curtain of time, something your heart has been praying for without words. Your soulmate, the one whose soul is tied to yours by a thread woven in heaven, has just taken a step that will change the rest of their life. They have hired a lawyer, my child. 5 minutes ago, their trembling hand signed papers that will begin a separation from the one they once called a partner, a union that was never written in my divine plan. And while the world may see this as an ending, I tell you it is the beginning of everything you prayed for. Do not be shaken by the storm that follows this decision. Do not be afraid of the chaos that may surround them. For what looks like breaking apart is, in truth, breaking free. You see, my child, this moment was not born of revenge, anger, or confusion, it was born of awakening. For too long, your soulmate lived in a place where love had become duty, where smiles were rehearsed and peace was only an illusion. They tried to silence their soul's cry with logic, pretending everything was fine. But your prayers reached me. Your quiet tears spoke louder than their denial. And I began to stir within them what could no longer be ignored, the truth that their spirit was not at home where they were. My child, I have watched every night you lay awake wondering if they would ever see your worth. Every time you tried to move on, I felt your heart whisper, but what if they're meant for me? You doubted, you surrendered, you prayed, and every one of those prayers created ripples that moved through the spiritual realm until, finally, your soulmate began to feel the pull of divine truth. They didn't understand it at first. The restlessness. The dreams. The way your name would echo in their mind out of nowhere. The way memories of your eyes, your voice, your silence would rise like waves in their heart. They tried to suppress it, but I would not allow their soul to stay asleep any longer. For what I joined spiritually cannot be buried by human fear. So when they sat across from that lawyer today, they felt two things at once: sorrow for what is ending, and relief for what their soul is finally free to begin. That relief, my child, is my presence moving within them. The path they once resisted is now opening before them, and every step they take from here is guided by my hand. You may feel the shift too, perhaps a sudden heaviness, perhaps unexpected peace. That is your spirit sensing the change. It is my way of letting you know that your season of waiting is not in vain. Something divine is unfolding even now, in unseen ways, under the watch of heaven. My child, the person they are divorcing was never your rival, they were your soulmate's mirror of lessons. A chapter one allowed for their awakening. Through that connection, they learned what love is not. Control, pride, silence, pretending. They had to live inside an illusion to understand the truth of love's divine nature. And though you were kept apart for a season, it was for protection. Had I allowed your union before this, they would have carried into it all the shadows they are only now releasing. The truth is, I never forgot your heart's ache. When you cried to me saying, God, why do I still feel them? Why do I still love them when they've chosen another? I whispered back to your soul, because the story isn't over. I hid you in my palm while I worked on them in silence, through their mistakes, their regrets, their sleepless nights. I waited until the moment was right, until they could see with clarity and not confusion. And that moment, arrived just 5 minutes ago. Even now, as they walk away from what once looked stable, angels are standing beside them. Their home may feel empty tonight, but their soul is finally breathing. And though they do not yet know it, every step away from that old life is a step toward you. You may ask, God, are they ready for me now? Not yet, my child, but they are awakening. The first light of understanding has entered their heart. They are realizing what it means to love without fear, to give without control, to be seen without judgment. They are realizing that real love was not the one that demanded loyalty through pain, but the one that waited patiently in prayer, you. Even now, their thoughts are drawn toward you in subtle waves. They do not know why they suddenly miss your laugh, or why their heart aches when they see something that reminds them of you. They think it's memory, but it's my spirit calling them home. They are walking through fire, but it's a cleansing fire. It is removing the old bindings, the karmic lessons, and the wounds that once blinded them from your light. My child, your only task now is to stay in peace. Do not chase, do not question, do not fear. Stand still and trust, and let me finish what I started. The next few weeks may feel uncertain, but heaven has already settled the outcome. This separation will not destroy them, it will deliver them. You will begin to notice signs that confirm this. You may hear their name unexpectedly. You may dream of them, not in confusion but in calm. You may feel waves of energy around your heart when they think of you. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The spiritual cords that were once tangled are being untied and rewoven by my hand. I know how long you've waited. I know how tired your faith has felt. But my timing is never late, my child. It is precise. And when I move suddenly. Do not worry about how things will unfold. Do not imagine the drama or fear the conflict. Everything happening now is under my control. Even the paperwork, even the lawyer's words, even the signatures, all are instruments of divine order. Nothing and no one can stop what I have ordained. In the silence of your nights, when you feel their soul calling out, speak peace. Say, God, I release them to your will. And you will feel the warmth of heaven wrap around you. Because as you release, I align. As you trust, I transform. As you surrender, I manifest what was promised. Your soulmate's life is being rewritten, page by page. The ink of the old chapter is drying, and the new one, the one with you in it, is being prepared. Be patient, my child. Let the divine process unfold without resistance. You will not lose what is truly yours. When the dust settles, love will rise again, this time purified, healed, and eternal. And remember, what they are walking away from was never real peace. What they are walking toward, even if they do not know it yet, is divine destiny. Trust me, my child. In this divine separation, heaven is building reconciliation. In this ending, I am crafting a new beginning. And soon, you will see that every tear, every silence, every unanswered prayer led you right here, to the moment where truth sets you both free. Stay still, stay faithful, and keep your heart open. For this story is not ending, it is being rewritten by my own hand. My child, after they walked out of that lawyer's office, silence followed them like a shadow. Their heart was pounding, their hands shaking, their world trembling, because a part of them knew that what they had just done was not simply legal. It was spiritual. They had just signed the first page of their liberation. They sat in their car for a while, staring at nothing, hearing the echoes of their own decision. It wasn't the sound of victory, it was the sound of surrender. They were realizing, slowly, painfully, that the life they had built was never rooted in peace, only in pretending. And now, that illusion is collapsing under the weight of truth. I am allowing this collapse, my child, not to punish them, but to purify them. You see, love that is born from confusion must break so that love born from truth can rise. Everything they are losing now was never meant to stay. Every argument, every sleepless night, every silent cry, it was my spirit whispering, "This is not your home." And tonight, that whisper has turned into a roar. The walls they once leaned on are crumbling, and their soul can no longer hide from the truth I've written into their destiny. They are feeling lost, yes, but this is the kind of lost that leads home. My child, you must understand something sacred. Sometimes, when I move, it looks like destruction, but it is deliverance. When I remove something, it is not rejection, it is redirection. And though your soulmate is walking through fire right now, it is fire from heaven, it refines, it doesn't destroy. It's burning away every false bond, every fear, every manipulation that once held them captive. Their nights are not peaceful. They toss in bed, haunted by memories. Not of the life they are leaving, but of the one they lost, you. Your laughter echoes in their mind when they least expect it. Your silence speaks louder now than your words ever did. They are beginning to realize that no amount of comfort, wealth, or companionship could ever compare to the peace they felt when you prayed for them. They are seeing now that while the world admired their image, you saw their soul. And that realization hurts, because it's too late to pretend anymore. They know that everything built without divine truth eventually collapses, and they are watching it happen before their eyes. But fear not, my child. Though their world shakes, heaven stands still. Angels are guarding their steps. Even when they cry in confusion, I am beside them. Even when they regret and question everything, I am holding their heart steady. This storm is not meant to destroy them, it is meant to wash away everything false, so that what is real can finally breathe. You, my child, may also feel the pull of this storm. Your emotions may rise unexpectedly. You may sense their pain, their longing, their spiritual struggle. That is because your souls are connected, what they feel echoes through you. When that happens, do not be afraid. Simply whisper, "God, cover us both in peace." And I will. For your prayer is the light that guides them through this darkness. My child, they are realizing things they never dared to admit before. They are remembering the nights when you loved them selflessly. They are realizing that what they had called love in their marriage was only a habit, a contract of survival, not connection. They are seeing now how many times I warned them through signs, dreams, delays, but they ignored them out of fear of judgment. They stayed too long in a place their soul had already left. But no more. The chains are breaking. Their partner senses it too, that shift, that spiritual withdrawal. Arguments are rising like smoke, words turning sharp, truth surfacing like fire through cracks in stone. Every hidden resentment, every lie, every mask, it's all coming undone. Because I will not let them live a lie anymore. And though their mind screams in confusion, their spirit is awakening to something deeper, purer, to you. I see your tears, my child. I know you wonder, why did it have to take this long? Why did they have to hurt me before realizing the truth? But remember, growth cannot happen without awakening, and awakening often begins in pain. Your soulmate's soul was asleep, covered under layers of pride, fear, and denial. You could not wake them, only I could. And I have. So now, as they sit alone, replaying every word, every memory, every choice, they are meeting the truth they ran from. They are realizing that you never left them in spirit, your love stayed, even when your presence couldn't. That constancy is now becoming their conviction. Soon, they will try to reach you. Not yet with words, but with energy. You may feel their soul calling, you may dream of them. It's their spirit trying to find its way back to yours. Do not rush it. Do not interfere. Just stay in faith. Let me do the work. Right now, I am removing people from their life who were never meant to stay. Friends who encouraged lies, relatives who manipulated truth, partners who played with emotions, all are being stripped away. This isolation is divine. For when I prepare a soul for destiny, I first empty the room. Then I fill it again with truth. You may not see the full picture yet, but in the unseen realm, the paperwork of heaven is being signed. Destiny is realigning. The contract they had with illusion is ending. The covenant they have with truth, with you, is being activated. My child, be still in this time. Do not reach out, do not fear, do not doubt. Keep walking in peace, for every moment of their chaos is a step closer to their clarity. This is not a time of loss, it is a time of divine rearranging. Soon, I will give you both a chance to speak heart to heart, not to reopen wounds, but to begin new healing. But that moment must be led by me. Until then, I am preparing your heart too. You have healed much, but there are still corners that carry pain, fear, and memories of rejection. I am touching those places now with my light. I am filling them with peace so that when they return, your heart will meet them not with judgment, but with calm recognition. This is what was meant all along. My child, what's coming next will not be dramatic, it will be divine. When they reach you, it won't be in chaos but in peace. When they speak, their words will carry truth instead of excuses. When they look into your eyes again, you will see not confusion but surrender, the kind of surrender that comes only after a soul has walked through fire. And I tell you, the fire is almost over. This storm will pass. The lawyer will complete their work, the papers will be signed, the old ties will fade. And what remains will be two hearts, cleansed by time and truth, ready for the divine love that was written before either of you were born. So hold on, my child. Trust me with this. The world may not understand this kind of love, but heaven does, because heaven authored it. And soon, you will see with your own eyes what your faith has been holding on to all along. Rest tonight in that assurance. Do not replay the past. Do not imagine their chaos. Just whisper, God, I trust your timing. And know that I am already moving mountains, rearranging destinies, and writing the next page of your love story, not in pain, but in peace. My child, days have passed since that moment of separation, and though the world may think it was just a legal act, heaven knows it was something far deeper. Your soulmate spirit has begun to awaken, painfully, slowly, beautifully. The illusions that once covered their eyes are dissolving like mist before the morning sun. They are feeling emotions they never allowed themselves to feel before. There are nights when they wake suddenly, not from nightmares, but from memories, sacred, vivid, unmistakable. Your laughter echoing softly in their heart. The warmth in your eyes when they once looked into them. The way you loved them without asking for anything in return. These memories come not to haunt them, but to heal them. You see, my child, every divine connection holds a mirror to the soul. Through you, they once saw a reflection of my love, pure, patient, unconditional. But they turned away from it, afraid of its depth, afraid of being seen too clearly. They thought the easier path was the familiar one, even if it was empty. But now, as they walk alone, the truth they once ran from is walking toward them. The silence around them is heavy. The rooms that once held noise now echo with absence. They sit in that stillness, and for the first time, they can hear their own soul whisper, "You lost something sacred." And that whisper is me. They are remembering the moments they ignored your kindness. The words they said in fear. The ways they chose comfort over courage. Now, their heart aches not with guilt, but with realization. They see now that the person they built their world around never truly saw them, only used them to fill a void. But you saw their soul. You spoke to it, loved it, prayed for it, even when it hurt. And that kind of love does not vanish, it transforms. Right now, your soulmate is walking through what you once did, a valley of awakening. Everything around them that once felt stable is falling apart. People they trusted are showing their true faces. Promises made in haste are breaking like fragile glass. And though it hurts, it is necessary, for every false connection must fall before truth can stand. Do not pity them, my child. Do not fear for them. I am with them in every tear, in every sleepless hour. I am guiding them through the same journey I guided you through, the sacred fire of transformation. You know this fire well, for you walked through it when they left. You learned how to let go, how to trust, how to heal. And now, they are learning too. They must meet me in their loneliness, just as you did, before they can meet you again in love. My child, they are beginning to feel your energy again, not as longing, but as light. Sometimes, in their still moments, they sense peace come over them for no reason. That is your spirit praying for theirs. Sometimes, they catch themselves smiling when they think of you. That is the echo of divine love, reminding them that something pure still exists in this world. They are fighting emotions they don't understand, waves of nostalgia, regret, tenderness. They tell themselves, I shouldn't be feeling this now. But I whisper to them, this is not the past. This is your truth resurfacing. They are learning that love cannot be replaced by comfort. They are learning that peace cannot be faked. They are learning that connection without soul is just coexistence. And these realizations, though painful, are sacred. For they are being born into spiritual maturity. My child, do not be surprised if you feel their presence more strongly now. You may sense them thinking of you, their name may appear unexpectedly, or you may even feel a gentle warmth around you at odd hours. That is the pull of divine alignment. Your souls are being drawn closer once again, but this time in truth, not confusion. I am healing their heart, layer by layer. I am showing them the cost of ignoring destiny. And though they wish they could go back and fix everything, I whisper to them, do not go back. Move forward, but this time, with truth. For what lies ahead is not repetition, it is redemption. The person they are divorcing is no longer the center of their thoughts. They no longer feel anger toward them, only release. Their energy is shifting away from that old life completely. The legal process continues, but their spirit is already free. And now, that space within them, the space once filled with duty and confusion, is beginning to fill with remembrance of you. They are starting to understand that what connected you was not attraction, but purpose. You were sent as a messenger, to show them what divine love looks like in human form. And though they didn't value it then, they are awakening to it now, with tears that cleanse rather than wound. They look for you quietly, maybe through old pictures, through memories, through dreams. They may not reach out yet, but in spirit, they are already walking toward you. You will begin to feel their presence more deeply, not in anxiety, but in peace. Because the connection that was once karmic has become divine. My child, you must prepare your heart. Do not harden it with pride or resentment. Do not say, they hurt me, they don't deserve me. For you are not called to punish, you are called to heal. And when I reunite you, it will not be to reopen wounds but to create wholeness. You will look at them and see not the person who broke you, but the soul who found me. I am reshaping their understanding of love. They are learning that love is not control, not comfort, not possession, it is surrender. They are learning that love is not found through escape, but through truth. And when they come to you, they will carry not excuses, but gratitude. They will say, you were right. You loved me when I didn't even love myself. That moment will not be dramatic, it will be quiet, a divine hush, where two souls recognize what heaven already wrote. You will not need words to explain. Your eyes will speak the language of grace. And your silence will say, welcome home. My child, I am aligning the timing. There will be no more delays once both hearts are ready. This time, it will not crumble. This time, it will stand, because it will stand on truth, faith, and healing. So stay in faith, even when you cannot see movement. The transformation happening now is deep and sacred. Your soulmate is awakening from a long dream. They are remembering who they are. They are remembering you. And I promise you, soon, what was once lost will return, not as it was, but as it was always meant to be. Love, healed. Hearts, free. Souls, aligned. Rest in that promise, my child. The awakening has begun, and heaven is smiling upon what is being restored. My child, the days that followed the signing of those papers were heavy, yet sacred. The moment the final document was sealed, a strange stillness surrounded your soulmate. It wasn't joy, nor was it sorrow, it was release. The chain that bound them to confusion broke, and though their hands trembled, their spirit sighed with relief. For years, they had lived behind walls built of guilt, duty, and fear. Now, those walls have fallen. And as the dust settles, the first light of truth shines through, soft, golden, patient. That light, my child, is you. They don't fully understand it yet, but every fiber of their being feels drawn toward something they thought they had lost forever. You. Not your image, not your words, but your energy, your peace, your presence that always felt like home. It's as if their soul finally turned its face toward the direction it was meant to go all along. My child, they are beginning to rebuild, not a life of illusion, but a life of alignment. They are learning how to pray again. They are learning how to sit in silence and listen to me. They are learning how to forgive themselves for every choice made in confusion. You may not see it, but every day, they whisper apologies into the wind, hoping somehow your soul can feel them. And yes, your soul hears, not with ears, but with grace. They have stopped blaming others. They no longer carry resentment toward the one they left behind. They now see it all as lessons, not punishments. The marriage that once looked like a safe harbor was only a classroom for their soul's awakening. It taught them what love is not, so they could finally understand what love truly is. And what is love, my child? Love is the courage to choose truth, even when it hurts. Love is the patience to wait for divine timing. Love is the forgiveness that sets both souls free. And you, my beloved one, are learning this too, through your stillness, your surrender, your quiet strength. Right now, heaven is aligning paths again. The connection between you two has not vanished, it has evolved. There is a soft golden thread between your hearts, woven by my hand, glowing brighter with each prayer you whisper and each tear they release. That thread carries messages no words can speak. It carries love that defies distance and time. It carries destiny. There are moments when your soulmate sits in stillness and suddenly remembers your smile, not the outer one, but the smile in your spirit. In that instant, they feel a calm peace wash over them, as if the universe itself embraces them. That is you, my child. Your love is now their reminder of my grace. And you, though you have been strong, still have nights where you wonder, why did it have to be so painful? But my child, every heartbreak I allowed was a holy fire that purified your heart. You are not the same person you were when they left. You are softer, wiser, deeper. You have learned to love without attachment, to hope without desperation, to give without losing yourself. You have learned to walk with me, not behind anyone else. The next chapter is already being written in heaven. And in it, both of your souls meet again, not to repeat the past, but to begin anew. This reunion, my child, is not about romance alone. It is about purpose. The love between you two was never ordinary, it was divine assignment. Together, you will heal, build, and serve a greater light than yourselves. But before that sacred meeting, I must finish shaping both hearts. Your soulmate is now walking through a stage of divine solitude, a holy silence where I am rebuilding them. They are shedding old patterns like skin, forgiving their younger self, and facing every shadow they once avoided. Each sleepless night they endure is not punishment, it is preparation. They are being made new. Meanwhile, I am guiding you to keep your eyes on me, not on what's visible. Your blessings are multiplying quietly. Your energy is glowing in ways that even you can't see yet. People who once misunderstood you are beginning to notice a light around you, that is divine favor manifesting. The angels walk beside you, whispering courage into your heart each morning. And every time you choose peace over panic, heaven rejoices. You may soon start seeing little signs. Numbers repeating, songs with familiar words, messages that feel like déjà vu. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the divine plan is moving forward. Your soulmate is also receiving signs, dreams where they see your face, moments when they feel your name cross their heart with a warmth that lingers. It is how heaven reminds them, this story is not over. My child, I want you to know something sacred, your love was never lost, it was only being refined. When gold is placed in fire, it does not burn, it becomes pure. So too did your connection go through that fire, not to end, but to emerge unbreakable. When I reunite you two, it will not be a reunion of need, but of destiny. You will meet as two whole souls, not two broken halves. They will not come to you seeking comfort, they will come to you carrying peace. They will not speak words of confusion, they will speak words of truth. They will not beg you to understand, they will show you through action that they finally do. I am working on divine timing. When the clock strikes the hour I've chosen, the universe itself will conspire to bring your paths together again. It might be through an unexpected message, a shared event, or even a moment of silence that becomes sacred. And when that happens, you will know, not because of excitement, but because of peace. Peace is the signature of my will. So, wait with grace, my child. You are not waiting for a person, you are waiting for a divine alignment. And that alignment is closer than you think. Every prayer you whispered has reached my throne. Every tear you shed has watered the seeds of your destiny. Every moment you stayed faithful, even when it hurt, has written your name in the book of miracles. Now heaven prepares to turn the page. Soon, the one who once walked away will return, not out of guilt, but out of awakening. They will see you not as an option, but as an answered prayer. And when they do, you will feel my presence surround you both. There will be no confusion, no drama, only divine calm. I will restore what was meant for you, and I will do it in a way that no one can question. The story that once broke you will become the testimony that blesses others. You will both tell it someday, how separation became salvation, and how divine timing turned heartbreak into purpose. So hold on, my beloved. Your season of waiting is sacred. I am moving silently behind the curtain of time, aligning every detail, preparing every moment. And when I open the door, nothing and no one will be able to close it again. Your soulmate's heart is coming home, not to your arms first, but to my light. And once they rest in me, I will guide them to you. That moment will mark not the end of a journey, but the beginning of eternity's promise fulfilled. God says, my child, when dawn breaks after a long night, the world does not shout, it glows. That is how this reunion will come, not with noise, but with radiance. The same hands that parted your paths are now guiding them to meet again under the calm breath of my timing. Your soulmate has crossed through their valley. The divorce is complete, but what truly ended was the illusion that love can survive without truth. They have stood in courts, spoken words they never imagined, signed papers with trembling hands, and then, finally, they looked up and whispered, God, show me the way. And I did. I turned their face toward the direction of your light. In these days you have felt the pull, haven't you? The sudden stillness at odd hours, the heartbeat that quickens without reason. Those are the whispers of two souls finding the same rhythm again. Every prayer you spoke has become a bridge of energy between you. Angels walk that bridge, carrying messages back and forth, clearing every residue of pain. My child, I have kept you hidden for a season, not as punishment, but as protection. I needed to finish shaping you. You learned to build peace without depending on anyone. You learned to pray even when I seemed silent. You learned that your worth is not proven by being chosen, but by being mine. Now that you stand in that truth, I can bring them to you, because you will not lose yourself in love again, you will expand through it. Even now, events are aligning. A mutual friend feels nudged to reach out. A conversation opens about forgiveness. A message is being typed, deleted, and typed again. Soon it will be sent, simple and trembling with sincerity, can we talk? And you will read it, feel a wave of peace rise inside you, and you will know, this is the moment I wrote long before your tears ever fell. Do not be afraid. This meeting will not reopen old wounds, it will close them. There will be no need to defend, to explain, to prove. Both of you will simply recognize that something greater than you survived everything meant to destroy it. When you look into each other's eyes, silence will speak the words you both tried to bury. Forgiveness will pour out like morning light through broken glass. They will tell you the truth, not the polished version, but the sacred one. They will tell you of the sleepless nights, the guilt, the dreams where your name echoed through endless corridors. They will tell you that every time they tried to move on, something divine stopped them. And you will smile, not in pride, but in gratitude, for you will understand that it was never manipulation, it was my mercy. Your task then, my child, will be simple: listen, bless, and stay soft. Do not rehearse speeches. Do not cling to outcomes. Let my spirit guide each word, each pause, each tear. When two hearts stand in my presence, even silence becomes healing. After that meeting, you will feel an invisible shift. Colors will seem brighter, air lighter, music softer. That is how peace feels when it returns. The angels who once wept over your separation will now sing over your restoration. They will cover you both with feathers of renewal so that past scars cannot reopen. Remember, This love is not a reward, it is a responsibility. It exists to serve light. Together, you will comfort others who are where you once were, lost, waiting, hurting. You will speak of patience, of faith, of how divine timing always redeems what human timing ruins. Your story will become a map for those who doubt miracles. That is why I allowed the storm, because calm alone never teaches faith. My child, the coming weeks will unfold quietly but clearly. You will notice alignment everywhere, songs repeating messages of return, numbers marking dates, dreams vivid with color. These are confirmations, not coincidences. When they appear, whisper, "Thank you, Father," instead of "when." For gratitude opens doors faster than impatience ever will. Soon, they will stand before you, not as the person who left, but as the soul reborn. Their eyes will carry humility, not pride, their words, truth, not excuses. You will feel no bitterness, only calm recognition, this is the promise fulfilled. You may choose to walk together again, or you may choose peace apart, either way, you will be blessed, for destiny will have served its purpose. And if your paths merge again, I will sanctify it. I will pour grace into every corner of your union. The laughter you once lost will return double. The nights of crying will become nights of prayerful gratitude. You will hold each other not to possess, but to protect. You will build not from fear, but from faith. And every morning, when sunlight touches your faces, you will remember, God kept His word. But even if I lead your journey side by side in friendship instead of romance, know this, you are still complete. Your destiny was never limited to being someone's partner, it was always to become my vessel. I will continue to expand your influence, your peace, your light. You will inspire, heal, and awaken others. The love that once hurt will now heal the world through you. Now lift your eyes, my child. Do you feel the air changing? That is the new season arriving. I have ended the chapter of waiting. A fresh page glows before you, and my hand writes in golden ink, restoration, joy, and new life. Step into it with courage. Forgive quickly, love deeply, walk humbly. Every step you take from this moment is guided. I bless you now, with peace that silences fear, with faith that never fades, with love that endures every test. No curse, no delay, no memory can touch what I have anointed. Your soul is safe, your heart is whole, your future is secure. Go, my child, and live in the sunlight of your answered prayers. Your soulmate story has returned to my hands, and in my hands, nothing is ever lost. God says, my child, now that the storm has passed and the pages of the old chapter have turned, rest your heart. You have walked through fire and come out shining. The tears you once hid from the world became prayers in heaven. Every sleepless night, every whisper of why was not ignored, I was listening all along. You did not lose anything that was meant for you. You only lost what could not follow you into the light. What felt like an ending was only the hand of destiny clearing the path for renewal. Now, I am returning everything that pain once stole, but multiplied, purified, and divinely aligned. Your soulmate, too, has been walking toward redemption. They have tasted the bitterness of their own choices and found truth at the bottom of their sorrow. I let them wander, so they would learn what true love feels like when it is gone. Now, they cherish it not as desire, but as divine gift. You are that gift, my child, not a possession, not a memory, but a miracle made of faith. In the days ahead, I will bring quiet confirmations. You will sense their energy near you, calm, not chaotic. You will feel a peace you cannot explain, as if heaven itself breathes around you. That is how you will know that the healing is complete. Love no longer carries fear, it only carries faith. I have placed angels on every side of your path. They walk ahead to remove obstacles, behind to cover your past, beside to strengthen your steps. No shadow can follow you now. You are moving from survival into divine purpose. Your story will no longer be about pain, it will be about promise. Soon, my child, your soulmate will speak words you once longed to hear. Not as apology, but as acknowledgement. They will tell you the truth, that it was always you, but they had to lose you to find themselves. And when those words come, let your heart stay open, but free. Do not cling, just receive. You are no longer waiting to be chosen, you are walking in your calling. Forgive easily, love gently, and let gratitude be your new language. Every time you choose peace instead of pain, heaven moves on your behalf. Every time you bless instead of blame, the past loses its grip. You are not bound by history anymore, you are guided by destiny. My child, the future I've written for you is not small, it overflows. I will surprise you with opportunities, divine meetings, and moments of holy laughter. You will rise in ways no one saw coming. The same people who doubted your strength will witness your joy and say, truly, God was with them. When that happens, remember to stay humble. Do not glorify the pain, glorify the healing. Do not chase closure, carry peace. And if your soulmate walks beside you again, let the love you share serve others. Let it heal, inspire, and uplift. You two were never meant to simply love each other, you were meant to reflect me. Now breathe, my child. This is the beginning you prayed for when you thought it was over. Your spirit is light again. Your tears have become rainbows in the unseen realm. The heavens rejoice over you tonight. Every angel that wept for you now sings your name with joy. You are not broken. You are reborn. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not waiting. You are walking into what has already been prepared. So lift your face toward the sky and whisper, I trust you, God. And I will answer, my child, you were never alone. From this moment on, peace will follow you like a shadow. Love will find you without struggle. And miracles will rise where you least expect. I bless you now, with the serenity of heaven, the strength of truth, and the sweetness of divine love that never fades. Go in light, my beloved one. The chapter of sorrow is closed forever. A new sunrise has already begun.